Welcome back, everybody. Episode 22. It's hard to believe here still. We've been going since April, and everything's been going well. This has been a crazy day in the NFL. We're kind of recap some of that. As a Lions fan, it's very boring Saturday. I'll have to admit, or Sunday. I'll have to admit that it stinks not having Lions on watching all the games.
No boringness. Hold on, we have to go. Let's go back for a moment to the number 22. That is the infamous number of Mr. Felix Wright, free safety for the 1985 Cleveland Browns, who they celebrated today at the stadium, at First Energy Stadium. He was number 22. I believe that is the number of one David Ward, Jim and I's brother, a legendary status there at De La Salle Collegiate. Number 22.
He's a good wide receiver, too. He was.
Yeah. Did he wear 22 in football?
St. Anne's. Yeah.
Oh, man.
God, I don't remember.
No, I don't think he wore 22.
No.
All I remember is his catch in the corner of the end zone at the Silverdome.
Yeah.
For St. Anne's and whatever that was called. That was pretty sweet.
That's awesome.
If you're watching,
top
Dave,
players.
Yeah.
So the top players to wear number 22: Emmitt Smith.
Oh.
Here we go.
Clyde the Glide Drexler.
Yeah.
So some of the top ones to wear, Chet Holmgren. There you go. So some of those top players to wear number 22. But
2022 was also the graduation year for Bobby Ward from Lutheran North. 2022. Robert. Yep. Let's do a rundown of the NFL, because here at the Ward home there was a lot of boisterous screaming and yelling. That
is true. Cleveland Browns, for one of the few times we get to watch the Browns, and we are all Browns fans in Michigan here today.
Dude, just
crazy way to end the game. I kept thinking to myself, the Browns can't pull this off.
Well, first of all, it's a pretty rare occasion that the Browns are on into the Detroit metro area, which I really don't understand why. I get it because of the Packers, the Bears, the NFC North, whenever they're on, being in the Lions' den here, that they want those games to be on. But yeah, the Browns are very rarely on in the Detroit area. So clearly, with the Packers traveling to Cleveland, I knew that game was going to be on, so it was pretty cool. So I was able to watch them. Mm-hmm. And yes, it was me sitting in my recliner in a very rare moment, especially in the last however many months. The summer, I couldn't tell you the last time I sat down and actually watched TV for that long a period of time. But yeah, that game was pretty awesome. I'm not going to lie. I was clearly very disturbed in the beginning of that game. The one thing that I think we can all take out of that game, you guys can agree with me, I'm certain of this, is what a difference a pass rush makes. That game from the onset, Jordan Love was harassed, pressured, and if anybody should be watching, it should be the Detroit Lions franchise and the front office to look and see this "we're good" thing that they keep talking about. We lost Miller already.
That's okay.
This "we're good" that they talk about. No, you're not good, because if you're going to beat the Packers, the Browns just gave you the recipe as to how to beat the Packers. Pass rush, put pressure on Jordan Love instantly. They were in his face. It was 3-0 at the half. So that's the least amount of points in the first half since, I believe they said, in the NFL since week 14 of last year. But yeah, just some of my notes coming out of that game. Pass rush.
Erupted him. They erupted him extremely.
Oh, it was a defensive battle. Now, on the other side of the ball, Flacco couldn't get out of his own way. So the Packers, Micah Parsons, put constant pressure on Flacco. Quidshawn Judkins, rookie from Ohio State, had a few good runs.
Had some great rushes.
Yeah, but again, I mean, the Browns just continue to kind of shoot themselves in the foot. Too many penalties. Both teams had a ton of penalties in the beginning of that game. Just to me, the one thing that kept coming back to me, though, welcome back, Miller. And
President Trump.
And he's back. Now, what I was saying, Mark, is the thing that I kept thinking literally that entire first half was, this is the formula, this is the prescription for the Lions to be able to beat the Packers on Thanksgiving. Their single number one goal should be go find another pass rusher to be on the opposite side of Aiden Hutchinson, because Jordan Love looked so off that entire game. He had a couple nice drives, right? But here's the other thing I was saying. Both teams shot themselves in the foot. They had how many penalties to negate gains? The end of that half, the Browns had a holding penalty, which took them out of field goal range, which is driving me crazy. I thought LaFleur was going to screw up because he called timeout with 12 seconds left in the half. And then, let's see, there was a 4th and 8 that Flacco had the ball. Yeah, at the end of the half, he way underthrew it. I believe he had, number 19, which is, don't even get me started on why he's wearing number 19.
Cedric Tillman.
Crying out loud for the Browns. That should be retired for Mr. Kosar. Yeah, Tillman. So he severely underthrew him. Ball got picked off. Didn't do anything. Packers took over with 2 seconds left and kneeled down. But you didn't hear me say this either, Mark. It was 3-0 at the half. That's the least amount of points in the first half since week 14 of last year. The Pack got the ball to start the second half, came out, penalties backed them up. Browns sacked Jordan Love again, which was their 4th sack by the first drive of the third quarter, which is pretty remarkable. Browns took over. Flacco, once again, looked terrible. Immobile. There was a couple plays where he had wide open receivers in the middle of the field and he checked down. And even
his checkdowns were terrible.
I know. Daryl Johnson's doing the replay.
I think he honestly threw the ball without checking down.
Yeah. Well, and then and Daryl Johnson even said the same thing. He goes, he's not taking the time. He said, this is really not like Flacco. I mean, he's 40 years old, right? So clearly slowing down. He's no Tom Brady. But at the same time, you would expect him to be able to read the field a little bit better and pick up those wide open receivers, but he wasn't. Pack took over again, more penalties, illegal man downfield. Jacobs took a quick throw for 30 yards. Oh, that's right. They had an illegal man downfield, which put them back at like 3rd and 15. And Love did hit a check down where they got a 30-yard gain. So, and then the Green Bay finally got in the end zone at I believe, the end of the third quarter. Yeah, it was 3rd and goal from the 5. Love had all day and found Fitzpatrick in the front of the end zone. So what I thought was interesting, at the end of the third quarter, it was 3rd and 5. For some reason, they didn't have to take the snap. The clock was going to run out at the end of the third quarter. Love snapped the ball, and he got sacked, which is their 5th sack of the day, for a loss of 15. So it made it like 3rd and 30, I think. Browns got the ball back, couldn't do anything. I mean, just unbelievable. It was pretty funny. The play-by-play guy, what's his name? Daryl Johnson was the color commentator. But the play-by-play, do a commercial. He goes, at least the Guardians are playing well. I'm like, you want to now fast forward 2 hours later, you want to talk about a complete change of situation with the Browns winning the game and the Tribe losing. And then Jimmy texts me and he goes, "Hey, Fox just is playing I've seen better days," when they were going to a commercial. Oh, again, this is at the point when it was 10-0 Pack. So
Mike.
Yeah, go ahead.
Give us a definition about the dog pound.
The dog pound is probably the rowdiest crowd area in all of the NFL. They've unfortunately at times
been in it. I've seen it.
I've been close. I've never actually been in the dog pound, either in the old stadium or the new. Oh, it is crazy. I mean, these guys. Listen, the infamous game when who was that against?
In snowballs or something.
Batteries. I mean, we should.
The only time I experienced it was
batteries.
We went to the Lions. Lions played against.
Yeah, against the Browns.
Yeah,
we were down in that corner of the end zone actually.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
By the dog pound. Well, the dog pound's pretty crazy. It was pretty neat today because what happened was they honored the 30-year anniversary of the dog pound when Frank Minifield, Hanford Dixon, that whole thing started basically when they were down in that side of the stadium and toward the end zone there. They started to try to harass the opposing quarterback to not be able to do signal call. So they started barking. They both did it. Well, obviously, that end of the field, again, the old dog pound was right there. It was insane. I mean, those guys were rabid. So it kind of caught on. They were interviewing Big Dog. I saw an interview with him, and he's like, "We heard these guys barking." He goes, and then all of a sudden we just decided, well, we're all going to start barking too. So they all started barking, and then they all started coming to the games with dog masks on, and it just exploded from there. And it wasn't D-O-G, it's D-A-W-G, dog.
I remember looking over there. I'm like, is that guy okay? Should we go help him?
Yeah. So it's pretty neat. They introduced many members of the 85 team today. Bernie was there, Hanford Dixon, Frank Minifield, Bob Golick, Felix Wright, Ernest Biner, Kevin Mack. I got to find a picture of Kevin Mack. Kevin Mack was a bulldog and then some. He was a power runner.
He's a bowling ball.
Looks, you should see him. You would never in a million years think it was Kevin Mack. Lost all this weight, looks svelte, thin. Oh, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, he looks really good. He doesn't even look his age. They introduced him as number 34, Kevin Mack. And I said, what? It's not Kevin Mack. There's no way. Brian Brennan was there, number 86, of course. All my fellow Browns fans are getting excited because, of course, Brian Brennan was the one that caught the touchdown against the Broncos with 5 minutes and 12 seconds left. Bernie Kosar's underthrown fade pattern made the adjustment, got in the end zone, place went crazy, and then the drive happened. So, anyways, we're not going to talk about that. But, yeah, it was pretty neat to see and then Hanford Dixon and Frank Minifield broke the guitar over the whatever the heck that thing is where they get the crowd fired up right before the game. So that was pretty neat too. But yeah, Jim, see, you got me off on a tangent about the dog pound.
And it's like everything is
fired up.
Yeah.
So yeah, the end of that game. So it was 10-0. The Browns drove down 1st and goal from the 1. Njoku got a chop block penalty call on him, unsportsmanlike conduct. Took him back 15 yards. Didn't get anything except for a field goal attempt. Made the field goal, so made it 10-3. Browns Packers got the ball back. Love, for some reason, on 3rd down and 6 or 7, threw an absolute errant pass that the Browns picked off. Got down to the 10, made a couple plays. Next thing you know, Quinchon Judkins is in for the touchdown. Extra points good, tied at 10. Love, to his credit, drives the Pack down, goes all the way down the field. They get in field goal range, and sure enough, usually that is the Pack make that field goal, they go on to win, game over, typical Browns loss. By the grace of God, they blocked the field goal. I went stinking crazy. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. And then I don't know who had the line on the ball. He should have. I thought he was going to pick it up and run it in.
As soon as I saw that, I felt bad for Becky and whoever else was in your house.
Yeah, wow.
I thought for sure.
I went pretty crazy
off of on the left side of that line. I thought for sure it was going to be offsides, and I was like, and then sure enough, you just to see that guy fly in as fast as he did, you rarely see that. And then the opposite on the game-winning kick, to see the flag down. I'm like, how are these announcers not saying anything about the flag? Their flag's down. How can you not say anything?
I saw that too. That actually caused me to.
Quotations. I'm screaming like a kid.
Wow, I know. Listen, I couldn't believe it. Hold on a minute. I'm going to share my screen. One moment. Let's see if we can get this going here, because this is a big moment for us Browns fans, because we usually don't get this.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute.
I'm all out of whack. I need my Lions.
Yeah, no Lions game. You had no one to cheer for today.
Yeah, I need my Lions. Yeah, nothing. Right. I got nothing.
Here we go. We're going to share my screen. And we're going to... for crying out loud.
Got to go to work tomorrow.
This is epic fail.
It's okay.
All right, never mind. I'm not going to do it. So anyways, yeah, the Browns in walk-off fashion, what's his name? Schmidt hit the game-winning 55 or 56-yard field goal, walk it off for the Brownies, made up for his week 1 debacle, which I actually give Stefanski credit. That fan base, after he missed the extra point in 2 field goals in week 1, where they should have beat the Bengals. Should have beat the Bengals. The Browns should be 2-1. I know. Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
It's what you got to do with the kicker. Put the ball back in their court.
Yeah, so he put his rose-colored glasses on.
Shooting?
Did Stefanski?
Are you going skeet shooting?
He put his rose-colored... Huh?
Come on.
Yeah. No. And the Browns walk off and win. So, this is my rose-colored glasses day.
It's the Browns. So you should have brown color.
Pretty excited about this.
Dude, you look like Ron Burgundy.
They look orange, don't they? At least through my lens, they look orange. So they could actually be my orange-colored glasses.
Cassie and Charlotte asked me a question. Why are they called the Browns? The Browns isn't a mascot. And I said, well, it's kind of it's like the little brownie fairy and that. And she's like, well, that's not good for a football team. I'm like, Charlotte, don't ask questions. It also had to do with the Browns. The owner of the Browns was named Brown and named it after the team, but we're not going into that today. Yeah. So
Paul Brown.
We'll forget all of that, but in the spirit of block kicks, 2 more block kicks today in the Bucks Jets game and the Eagles Rams game. Both of them in the end of the games, both deciding those games. And it's insane to see. And by the way, Mike, you look like you should be in a 1970s movie with a certain soundtrack.
He's still got them on.
It's the orange-colored glasses. Listen, so in a matter of 10 minutes, so the Browns walk it off, right? So you got a blocked field goal.
I can't take you seriously.
You're going to have to get used to it, because I'm going to wear these things for a couple minutes. So they get the Browns blocking the field goal. walk-off game-winning field goal. So the coverage of the Browns and Pack ends. They go to bonus coverage of the Rams and Eagles. No sooner did they go to that, I turn around, I'm like, what just happened? The Eagles block the kick. The Rams are going to win the game. The Eagles block the kick, and they walk off, win the game with a blocked field goal return for a touchdown. I mean, incredible. So that's going on, right? 2, 3, 4 minutes later, they switch to the next bonus coverage, which is Tampa Bay, the Bucks, which Mark and I agree. We all agree. Those are the coolest. The old sombrero.
Those unis are sweet.
Man,
dude,
those uniforms are so cool.
Yeah.
No sooner did they go to that coverage. I've never seen anything like it. Boom! Just like that. Blocked field goal from the Jets. I thought they were going to call a flag on number 9. I don't remember who he was, but he did, to his credit, he jumped over the center, didn't touch him, blocked the field goal, returned for a touchdown. Now, what I find interesting is Aaron Glenn is over on the sideline. He's running down the sideline. He starts doing some crazy wobble dance.
He was a cheerleader.
Yeah, he was a total cheerleader. I'm like, dude, there's 1:46 left on the clock. So I give Baker Mayfield a lot of credit, dude. That guy's got heart. Third week in a row, ice in his veins, leads them right down the field, and they get a winning field goal. So there's another walk-off field goal. So then you had the Chargers that they were down in the game. You had Justin Herbert.
Oh,
however you want to call him.
A hell of a throw.
Dude, that kid, it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal and then some. They walk it off with a winning field goal. So, I mean, this is some pretty – listen, this is why the NFL is as popular as it is. And it's because of this. Because of orange-colored glasses like this, one, and then walk off everything in 1 week, which is incredible. So I'm going to –
Quick trivia question. In all of last year, how many blocked field goals were there in the NFL?
That is a spectacular question. I don't have a good answer
I will say it was 1.1% of field goals attempted.
I'm going to go with
1.1%.
Really?
Change your number, Jimmy?
What is it?
19.
No, 11.
Damn. Listen.
Price is Right rules.
Nothing better than 19. Let me remind you that today is Brown's Orange Glasses Day.
I
said
did
number
not think
19.
it was that many, but it's still only 1.1%. There were almost 1,900 whatever field goals attempted. So yeah,
right.
Field goals. Excuse me. Yeah, field goals attempted.
Field goals.
On a couple of other things, I really firmly believe that you could throw any competent quarterback into Kevin O'Connell's offense, and he will be successful. And that leads me to believe maybe J.J. McCarthy isn't necessarily the quarterback for them. But
yeah, let's talk about that real quick. Because they were talking about this on the radio most of the week on the sports talk radio here in town, and I'm sure across the country. But have you ever seen them take a quarterback off of or basically put him out of the active list on Monday morning, like before any press conference, before anything? That tells you right there that O'Connell basically said, this experiment is not going well. We're going to have to, and I believe he does. J.J. McCarthy obviously had some sort of injury. They put him in a walking boot, for crying out loud. But to your point, I think he said, you know what? This kid needs some time. Let's go to the old veteran, the redhead, another redhead, as opposed to Yeah. But yeah, I mean, dude, that it was 48-10. When was that game? Was that this morning, Mark?
No, there was no next week I think starts the European games, but that was normal.
Mark?
No, normal 1 o'clock
I think
start.
we lost Mark again.
We lost him.
What? I'm still here.
And he's gone. Let's see. First loss.
Right.
Whoa.
Am I back again?
Rodgers helped make Wentz's debut a rousing success, setting a Vikings record with 2 defensive touchdowns and forcing 3 of Cincinnati's 5 turnovers in a 48-10 romp on Sunday. So it was Sunday. I guess technically it could have been at midnight last night.
Yeah.
Let's see. After leading 27-24 at the halftime.
Let's see what we got here.
Yeah. All right. So in other action around the league, the Steelers and Aaron Rodgers beat
the
Pats. Huh?
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, they walk into Foxborough, beat the Pats, and Mike Vrabel dropping the Pats to 1-2. The Steelers improved. Yeah, the Steelers improved to 2-1. Aaron Rodgers, once again, not too bad. 16 of 23, 139 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, no sacks. Quarterback rating 96.1. The Patriots, not so great. Drake May, 28 of 37, 268, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception for the Steelers, beating Mike Vrabel's home open. No, they were at home week 1. The Colts continue to dominate.
41-20.
41-20. They are 3-0. Daniel Jones. That's going to be a good question. Is he for real? He is just, dude. I'm sorry.
I'm surprised the Rams and Stafford didn't take out the Eagles. He battled.
Yeah,
that's my boy.
Hold on, go back to the Colts. Yeah. Dude, they are 3-0. No, you're okay. Daniel Jones, listen to this stat line. 18 of 25, 228 yards, 1 touchdown, no interception, no sacks, quarterback rating of 113.4. Jonathan Taylor had 17 carries, 102 yards, 3 touchdowns. Dude, this team is for real. Yeah, they are for real. Tennessee, I don't even know why they're playing any of these games because they suck. The Jags over the Texans. This is a little bit of a surprise to me. I did not see Houston going 0-3. I thought Stroud would have a pretty decent turnaround after the sophomore slump, but they have fallen to 0-3. The Jags are now 2-1. So you had Stroud, 25 of 38, 204, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, 2 sacks, and with a quarterback rating of 66.1. Not good. So his offensive line continues to fail him. Oh, welcome back again, Miller.
Bengals keep winning.
You better turn off all of your other Wi-Fi stuff.
Turn back on Burrow.
Yeah. We were just going through the lineup of some of the other scores. Houston, I said this, we were just on Houston. I'm very surprised. 0-3 start. CJ Stroud struggled. Stat line didn't look too bad. He had quarterback rating of 66.1. He had 2 interceptions, so he continues to be hounded. I really thought the sophomore slump was going to be a little bit of a fluke, but that is clearly not panning out. So the Jags are now 2-1. Panthers 30-0 over the Falcons. I did not see that coming. I don't even want to talk about that game because that seemed very strange to me.
Penix came out, and Penix came out, and Cousins was in that game. Yeah.
Oh, I did not see that.
I'm good.
Miller, are you okay? Everything good? You need some dude wipes?
Yeah. So did you guys talk about the Steelers?
We didn't talk about the Steelers.
Realizing that the Steelers.
Yep, we went into it.
Steelers
some notes
won
on the
and had a
Steelers.
total of 210 yards in total offense.
Yeah, so we went over Rodgers. He was 16 of 23, 139, two touchdowns, 1 interception. Didn't take a sack. Quarterback rating at 96.1. Not bad. But Drake May, who didn't have a bad stat line, he was 28 of 37, 268, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Now, he took 5 sacks. 5 sacks. So, I mean, that's kind of the telling line right there. I said that I made the mistake of saying that they ruined Vrabel's home opener, but they played in week 1 at home. So the Pats fall to 1-2. The Steelers improved to 2-1. Now to Jimmy's game, the game that we talked about a little earlier with the blocked field goal walk-off touchdown as the Eagles defeat the Rams. And the Eagles improved to 3-0. The Rams dropped to 2-1. So they were set up to do the opposite there. The Eagles are going to drop to 2-1. Rams are going to go 3-0. But let's see. Stafford's stat line, 19 of 33, 196, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, an 82.4 rating. Not too bad, I guess.
He's playing.
Yeah. Oh, he's definitely playing good. I mean, let's face it. They should be 3-0.
I think this is his last year, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, he's getting up there.
He's 40.
Jalen Hurts was 21 of 32, 226, 3 touchdowns, quarterback rating of 117.4. Saquon Barkley, 18 carries, 46 yards. So this is the one thing about Saquon so far. They haven't been able to run the ball, which is very surprising because you take how well they were able to run the ball last year. I mean, for all intents and purposes, that's how they won that Super Bowl. Was Saquon Barkley. And he has not so far had anything remotely close to. He's had this is his regular, huh?
No, yeah.
So this is him so far. This is him so far. 58 carries, 194 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's averaging 3.3 yards a carry. That is not Saquon Barkley-esque, I guess you would say. So that's very surprising. But hey, at the end of the day, Eagles are 3-0. Rams dropped to 2-1. We talked about the Bucs and Jets and Aaron Glenn's lovely dance down the sideline, just about a minute 46 too soon, and he decided to not look over on the other sideline and see Baker Mayfield. So, yes. Listen, I'm pretty happy for Baker. I know a lot of my fellow Browns fans are like, screw him, he sucks. All right, you know what? The
Dude,
kid
I'll say
plays
this. I love that guy.
Yeah, he plays with a lot of heart.
He does.
He plays with a ton of heart.
He does.
He's not making his typical gunslinging overthrows, interceptions, turnovers like he was earlier in his career. He's settling down. I think Todd Bowles has done a pretty good job with him. These 3 weeks in a row, last 2-minute drive returns for the last 2 were touchdowns. This week was a game-winning field goal. So
he's
definitely
he's been through a lot and he recovers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's been through a ton.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that shoulder surgery he had.
No,
Mark,
I was just going to say
Sorry.
all of those are great, but I want to put out the Unfunniest podcast, the UFP Player of the Week, and I'm going to share my screen here so you guys can see who I think who's the Player of the Week.
Player of the Week
is Rigoberto Sanchez. He is, for those that don't know, Rigoberto Sanchez is the punter for the Indianapolis Colts. He had his first punts of the year this year in his one punt, 46 yards. So he finally is earning his paycheck. I just wanted to say that. Yeah,
Pat McAfee is so jealous right now.
Sanchez, I can just imagine announcing his name in the stadium. Now back punting for the Colts. Number 8? Number 8, Rigoberto Sanchez.
Did you clear this?
So
Pat McAfee?
yeah. But so for anybody that doesn't know, this was the first. It was the first punt of the year for the Colts. Yeah, that's why he's the Player of the Week. He had to actually play this week, and the Colts are 3-0.
Miller,
What
I really like this idea. I really like your idea of the weekly UFP Player of the Week, and we're going to give him an orange-colored glasses salute. Rigoberto Sanchez is our. Every time we have a great moment, we're going to the orange-colored glasses, baby. It's a Browns victory Sunday.
Daniel Jones, did either of you in your wildest dreams
talked about
he would be doing what he's doing right now?
No, it's crazy.
I need to find some new friends.
All right, in big game tonight, Chiefs and the Giants, the battle of 0-2s. Who you got in the game?
Ooh,
yeah,
just kicked off. I'm going to go with the Chiefs in this. I think the Chiefs are going to probably try to start
Taylor
make a little
Swift
bit of a turnaround.
will be there.
My girl T Swizzle.
Let's go with the Chiefs.
Yeah, it's in New York too. So Russell Wilson. Nothing.
He's done.
Russell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's too. Hey, and another surprise. I didn't see this.
On.
No.
Glasses on.
Hold on. It's not a moment for the orange-colored glasses just yet. The Bears over the Cowboys, 31-14. So Ben Johnson gets his first win as head coach of the Bears. Honestly, I watched a little bit of that game. They looked pretty doggone good. They're obviously not getting whipped
the only
by
reason I don't like that is that it's a division win.
Right.
Yeah.
But Caleb Williams.
They were doing the trick plays. They were running the offense that used off of the Lions. And granted, it didn't look as crisp as what the Lions ever did, but it was starting to.
Oh, no. Yeah. No. It's not going to yet. Yeah. So Caleb Williams, 19-28, 298, 4 touchdowns. No interceptions, and this is key too, because this is the first 2 weeks of the season. Mm-hmm. Caleb got himself in trouble with sacks. No sacks. Quarterback rating 142.6. So, listen, not only are the Packers clearly, in my opinion, the division favorite right now, and I'm not saying that the Bears are going to make a huge turnaround, but I really do think this. I think once Ben Johnson starts getting his system in place, once he gets Caleb Williams into his system and is able to run that offense the way that he wants it to run, they're going to be very tough. I'm not saying it's going to happen this year, but it's going to take some time. But I think that the Bears are going to be a formidable foe going forward. Dak did not necessarily look all that great. He was 31-40, 251, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. He had a key, crucial interception in the end zone when the Cowboys were trying to make a comeback in at the end of the third quarter. That pretty much sealed that game. So, Bears on track. Ben Johnson, first win. The Commanders pretty easily over the Las Vegas Raiders, 41-24. Our friend Marcus Mariota was in the game. Wow, did what's his name get
Who's
hurt?
that?
He had to have.
Oh yeah, Jane
Washington
Daniels was
Commanders.
out. Yeah, he was out.
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he got hurt last week.
Jaden Daniels is out.
His
Wow.
ankle or something, I think it was. It
Why
was
did I
quiet.
not know
It was
that?
really quiet this week from
Huh?
I just saw that.
Yeah, I didn't see anything about that. Mariota 15 to 21, 207, 1 touchdown, no sacks, 118 on the rating. Let's see, one last game we're going to cover. We already covered the Chargers and Broncos. Well, we covered them in terms of the walk-off field goal. But let's see. Dude, Justin Herbert, 28 of 47, 300 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. His rating wasn't actually all that great, 76.6. But again, his late game heroics, that touchdown, and then leading them down to get the game-winning field goal. So the Chargers improved to 3-0. The Broncos are dropped to 1-2 on this season. So, and
What's
you
that?
know what? The one we forgot. Another walk-off?
Oh,
The Niners. Niners over the Cardinals. So the Niners improved to
we got a
3-0.
walkie-talkie? Is that a
3-0.
Niner?
That was a good win.
Niners. Did you see Mac Jones stepped in for the injured Brock Purdy?
It's another one.
I know.
It's another one for
Dude,
any quarterback, serviceable quarterback in there.
pretty much. Yeah. So he was 27-41, 284, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 83.8 rating. But he did have that key final drive, get them into field goal range. He had a pretty nice dump off to Christian McCaffrey. McCaffrey, I think, had a 35-yard gain, put them down, got them down to like the 12 or 15-yard line, and then pretty easy chip shot for the win.
Just give the ball to McCaffrey. He's got it.
He's
Absolutely.
he's
So,
definitely got it.
Speaking of got it and
So-
and people that don't got it, we haven't talked about them much in the last couple of weeks, but the Detroit Tigers, it
Lord,
is
you had to
now
bring that up.
down to a 1-game lead over the Spiders
The orange-colored glasses are going to come
the
back
Guardians.
out because
for the brick walls.
I'm going to tell you something. Yeah,
What
the
did I text you guys? Hang on.
Well-
Get your shit together. Let's
so
like
listen.
Come on.
So this is going to be if they do falter, it will be the single largest collapse in Major
No.
League Baseball history.
it can't happen. Let's go.
Dude,
Let's
they are
Oh,
showing
pitching.
nothing.
LFG.
They are showing
Is one
nothing.
of the things that we all talked about that we didn't have any real concerns over was their pitching. We thought it was going to be hitting. We thought it was going to be them not being able to score enough runs, and it has nothing to do with that. It is all their pitching right now. They're just every time they come back, they tie the game. They take a lead, like the other night, going into the top of the ninth with a 1-run lead after they took the lead, and to blow that lead against it's ridiculous.
Yeah, but the problem is that's a one-off. They're in most of these games, they really haven't been competitive. I mean, the Indians basically wiped them off the face of the earth,
They destroyed him.
and the Braves are 73 and 83, so they're 10 games under 500. Granted, I'll give you this: the Braves coming in were probably one of the hottest teams in Major League Baseball, along with Cleveland. But dude, I mean, they have looked absolutely terrible. So you got, let's see, at the last, so they lose 6-2 today. They lose 6-5 yesterday. They lose 10-1 Friday, 3-1, 4-0, 7-5, 2-0, 6-4, 8-2.
Nope.
Dude, this is not good. 9-3. The last time that they even looked competitive, and this is amazing in this town. Okay, so
Yankees
they
games,
You
yeah.
got it up. How many games left?
8 or 9.
It's down
yeah.
to what? 8 games, Mark. I'll say this one more time. They beat the Yankees 11-1. That was a week and a half ago on
Yeah,
Wednesday,
2 straight games.
September
They blew them
10th.
out.
This town
Yeah.
was like, they're the favorite for the World Series. It's the same thing back in June when all you heard was, this is wrapped up, this is done, who do we want? And we've talked about this. I think to myself, you're talking about this in late June? I mean, granted, 15.5 game lead, you wouldn't think, but their last 70 games, they're actually, I believe, 6 or 7 games under 500. They are a sub 500 baseball team. So, and now you're hearing everybody's all fired up that they didn't do anything at the deadline. But maybe, just maybe, they knew that they weren't that great, and they weren't gonna succumb to the pressure and give up the farm system just yet, because they wanted to offload all those guys and risk the future. So maybe they knew I don't
No.
think they saw a collapse like this. I think they saw that they were going to get in the playoffs. They could possibly make a run, but that they felt good enough about the future that they weren't going to gamble that away, right? This is almost unexplainable.
They are good. They're good. They need a spark in the locker room. Period.
Hold on. And there's no better way to have a spark than orange-colored glasses.
Yeah. No, in all seriousness.
I'm going to put these on Jim.
That's what they
real
need.
quick.
They need a spark in
Jim.
the locker room.
Jim,
let's go.
I'm going to put these on. There you go. You can wear these now.
Well,
LFG.
by the way, 6 games
Playoffs
left.
are right here.
3 against Cleveland in Cleveland. 6 games.
Huh?
How many?
3 against Cleveland in Cleveland and 3 against Boston in Boston.
Come on. Let's pick these boys up.
You've
let's
got
go.
Scuba pitching twice.
Let's go. It's all about having their backs, dude.
So when does Scuba
You got
play?
Scuba pitching tomorrow, and you got Scuba penciled in for Saturday the 26th against Boston in Boston.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say that Cleveland takes 2 of 3, and which will then give them a 1-game lead in the division. Now, if they take 2 of 3, it's going to give the Guardians a 1-game lead in the division. The Sox are going to be playing for their playoff lives. Dude, there is a scenario. This is hard to believe that the Tigers don't even make the playoffs. And that's what this past week, everybody's like, just wait. Okay, they'll just skimp into the playoffs. It'll be fine. They've got a 97, according to whatever the heck it was, they've got a 97-point-something% chance of getting into the playoffs. I understand that. The way they were playing, the way Cleveland was playing, the way that the Sox are playing, that the Mariners are playing, you cannot. It's hard for anybody to make an argument that the Tigers are actually going to be in the playoffs. They're gonna choke the division up, and they're going to get knocked out of the playoffs.
For sake of
playoffs,
the opposite, Cleveland's got 4. Or it's the last 6 at home, 3 against Detroit, and then Texas comes in for 3.
Yep, it does not look good at this point. If I were the Tigers, clearly you want to hold on to the division, right? But at the same time, you're also looking in the rearview mirror. Maybe it's not even the rearview mirror at the Mariners, at the Astros, and the Red Sox. Because if you don't take care of business in Cleveland, Cleveland's going to win the division. So now you're worried about again, they were talking, they're going to lose the second seed. Lose the second seed? You ought to be concerned about getting the playoffs. Yeah. So, yeah, this town amazes me how it's the same thing with the Lions last year. I went off on about this earlier in the season. We were talking about the Lions. This overconfidence, we're the best. We're the best on paper, so that's going to translate to the field or the court or the ice or whatever. Stop. Play the stinking games. Show up when you need to show up, and let's see what happens. They are not showing up. And I don't think clearly A.J. Hinch is trying to pull out all the stops. He's been here before. He's experienced with it. Obviously, if you got Scooble in your back pocket, that's clearly a huge advantage, and he's going to pitch twice this week. So, here we go. It's over baseball in September.
Here's the rotations. You got Scooble against Williams on Tuesday. You got Flaherty against Bibby or wherever it is on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, they've got nobody set, so that tells me they're going to do a pitching chaos, which has not been successful this year whatsoever. And then you got Mize on Friday, Scooble on Saturday, and Morton on Sunday. Morton, that one scares me a little bit. I don't, it's just like poker, a chip in a chair. You get in, anybody can do anything. But when teams are playing as poorly as they're playing right now, I've got no confidence whatsoever that they can do anything when it comes to that.
Let's just do a quick game by game analysis. So let's give the Tigers the win tomorrow with Scooble.
Yeah, by the way, it's a one game lead right now they have over Cleveland.
Right. Okay. So that'll put the Tigers up 2 games. I think on Tuesday. So they play Tuesday. They have tomorrow off. So the series starts on Tuesday. Wednesday is Flaherty versus Bibby. Listen, Bibby's a pretty good pitcher. It's 11-11. 4.3 ERA, whip is 1.23. I think Cleveland takes that game. Now we're back down to a 1-game lead for the Tigers. Thursday, you've got that's pitching chaos versus Messick.
Like
He's got a 2.08 ERA. He's 3-0. I think so there's the 2 out of 3. So now we're tied. Okay, so now it comes down to 3 games in Boston. The Indians are going to be at home against Texas, right, Mark?
Correct. And you know what? Boston holds second. Boston right now holds the second wild card spot. So Boston may not have anything to play for. So
okay, good. All right, good. I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah, that's a good point. But I still think that they're going to be looking in the rearview mirror. They're going to be getting ready for the playoffs. So whether they have a 2-game lead, a 1-game lead, or tied, it doesn't really matter. So Mize is going on Friday versus Boston does not have an announced pitcher. Saturday, like you said, you got Scooble going. So let's just say the Tigers, let's just say they lose. I mean, dude, this is going to come down. This could very well come down to the last game of the season on Sunday. Tigers at Red Sox. It's a 3:05 game. Why bet
it's a playoff?
No,
It's a
there's no
playoff
more
game.
playoff. Well, and there's no more single game playoffs either. So I don't know what the tiebreak.
No, Jimmy's saying it's Jimmy. Yeah. This is interesting. I mean, I'm not rooting against the Tigers. I mean,
No.
I mean,
baseball's not like hockey. Like hockey, you get in, you got a chance. Baseball, if you don't roll into the playoffs and you're not hot,
I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. I think if you look at the Tigers last year, this is almost an inverse of 2024, right? You had the Tigers on whatever it was, August 11th, having a 0.9% chance of making the playoffs, and look what they did. They came all the way back. It's the inverse. This year, 97.8% chance of making the playoffs. They've collapsed to the point that it could be, again, the complete opposite of last year. Now, to Cleveland's credit, they were playing pretty good baseball going into your point, Jim. Cleveland was playing pretty good baseball going into the playoffs last year. They got the bye. Tigers were on an absolute tear. Go into Houston and win that series. That was pretty remarkable. To your point, for the third time, go against the series against Cleveland. You had two hot teams, and they battled it out to the fifth game, which, of course, the Tribe came out the winners. Of course, I have to be excited about that a little bit. Sorry, you guys can throw things at me. Should I put my glasses back on? So, anyways, not yet. There's going to be plenty more times for that tonight. It is a Cleveland Browns winning day, by the way. Yes. Feels so good, dag nabbit. And I got to see it live. I can't believe it. I'm so excited about that. It just warms my heart to be able to watch my Browns on
Lord
TV.
sleep in the night.
So
let's
talk about, as you're mentioning that, I'm just going to throw this out here. Right now, the magic number is 6 for the Tigers. So that means in the next 6 games, any combination of 6 wins or 6 losses for the Indians, or for the Guardians, then that means they're the champs. So that's just to throw that out there as well.
That's a tall task.
If they got to win, they got to go 500. If they play 500 ball the rest of the way, they go.
I said this about the Lions. One game at a time. One game at a time.
But again, like I was saying, the last 70 games, now they're 8 games under 500. So they're really not even playing 500 ball. So they are 1-9.
And Guardians are
in the last 10, if I'm not mistaken. 9-1, yeah. I was surprised that Cleveland was up 2-0 today, and I didn't look at the stat line on it, but they lost 6-2. So the box score 2-1. Minnesota scored all the runs in the 6th and 7th. So that was kind of surprising to me. I didn't see that coming. I thought the Indians would really kind of held on there, but nonetheless, this is interesting times. I don't think anybody in this city and anybody around Tiger Town thought that they would be in this situation right now, where they're a single game up with 6 games to play.
I think the boys are stressed out.
Well, they're young.
Hinch needs to calm them down. Yeah.
Hold on, we just had a doink. Oh. We just had a doink, and the Chiefs go up 3-0.
How do you spell that?
The doink, I would spell it DOINK.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Doink off the left upright, and the field goal was good. So that's 3-0 Chiefs. But so back to the Tigers real quick. This is a stretch run. The next week is going to be nail-biting time for all the folks down in Tiger Town, and we'll see what happens.
Absolutely. Lack of a better word, gut feeling, yes or no, the Tigers make the playoffs?
My gut feeling? I'll go first. No,
Jimmy.
I don't think so. I think they're out. I think the clubhouse. I think the morale is down. I think that they're clinching, as I like to say in hockey. They're clinching the hockey sticks a little too tight. I think they're clinching the bats a little bit too tight. I think they're in free fall mode. I don't see it, man. I don't. They're on the road, and maybe it's good. Maybe it's good they're on the road to get away from the friendly confines of Comerica Park. But I don't see it. I think they're out. Clearly, next week at this time, I could be totally wrong. Jimmy. But there's my opinion.
They're in. I have belief in Hinch.
I'm going to say this: if they win Tuesday, they're in. If they lose Tuesday, they're out. It's going to clearly be on that game. I think so, because you're number one. The Cy Young winner for the American League is pitching, and if you don't come back and you don't win that game, what kind of confidence are they going to have?
Yeah. So just one quick last point. So the Yankees are plus 3.5. So the Yankees are pretty much guaranteed to be in. The Red Sox are +1. Houston is even, so they are currently the last wild card spot. Cleveland is a half game behind that. The Rangers they're out of it, 5.5 back.
Yeah.
Kansas City 6.5. So, just a quick look over at the National League. I just want to look at that real fast. So if we look at the National League standing, let's see. Philadelphia already clinched. Milwaukee and the Cubs. Milwaukee's 7 games up, but the Cubbies have already clinched a wild card spot. Dodgers have clinched a wild card spot at minimum, and they're 3 games up on the Padres. But it looks like, if you look at the wild card standings on that side of things, it certainly looks like Arizona is 1 game back of the Mets for the Mets and the Reds for the final wild card spot in the National League. So the Padres are 5. Yeah, the Padres are. And they're 5 games up with 6 games to go.
In the level of futility,
much, yeah.
I want to applaud the Colorado Rockies for being a minus 404 when it comes to run differentials this year. They have given up 988.
Here's to you, Colorado Rockies. Here's to looking through orange-colored glasses for the 2026 season.
Dude, I have some of those. I gotta find
88 runs.
Yeah.
They could give up 1,000 runs this year. And if they give up 12 runs in their next
That's
6
incredible.
games.
12 more runs.
We got to have a Rockies.
That's great.
Watch. Yeah,
we should be cheering for that.
Yes.
And all right, there we go. So let's talk about some college football action. Top 25 last week. LSU 56-10 over Southeast Louisiana. Miami 26-7 over Florida. Florida 1-3 to start the year. I mean, is the U back? That's always the fun thing to say.
Oof, he going.
Oregon 4-0.
I had to do it because Bernie did it today.
41-7. Yeah.
Bernie did the U.
Florida State blew out Kent State 66-10. Texas, Arch Manning finally, but they're playing an 0-4 Sam Houston. It's 18-21, 309 and 3 touchdowns.
You see that play on the end zone where he
good.
got pretty fired up? They had to tell him to get off the field, basically. That's a little bit of frustration showing up there.
Indiana,
yes,
big win over Illinois, which I'm so thankful for.
Woo!
63-10.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah,
I actually thought that was going to be a pretty good game. Brett Bielema.
Yeah.
Once again, can't win big games, but
Oklahoma,
roll
big
on,
over, or not say big, a touchdown victory over Auburn. Ole Miss won. Tennessee won UAB. Texas Tech took care of Utah at Utah. That was big. Local action. Michigan took care of Nebraska 30-27. That was kind of back and forth. Notre Dame big for their first victory of the year, 56-30. And USC beating Michigan State by 14, but 2 touchdown game. Show of hands. Who waited up to 11 o'clock for kickoff of that one yesterday? Yep, exactly.
Negative Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Let's go back to Michigan real quick. So the talk is that Biff Poggi, who's taken over for Sharon Moore in the interim after he's serving all of his suspensions for the sign stealing scandal. There's some talk now that this is probably one of the best things that could have happened for Bryce Underwood, just because he seems to be taking the handcuffs off of that kid, allowing him to use his feet. He's scrambling. He does seem to be seeing the field better. Yeah, I mean, listen, he looks not too shabby. I mean, they're going to keep reining him in. They're going to keep molding him. They're going to keep progressing with him. I think, there are a lot of naysayers, as much as I don't like talking positive about Michigan, but that was a pretty decent win. They went on the road. Nebraska was 3-0.
This is an actual picture of Biff Poggi on the sidelines when he was the head coach for UNC Charlotte. That's the middle of a game.
Oh, my word.
Wow. Give the kid some confidence.
Jeez, Pete. Well, they obviously told him he had to sharpen his pencil a little bit in terms of his wardrobe when he went on the Michigan sideline. But yeah, listen, I think when it comes to Michigan, that's not a bad road win. Again, Nebraska 3-0. That is a hostile environment, and they went in there and beat them. So give them credit.
Do you guys know the story behind Biff Poggi? And
no, but I'm sure you're going to share it.
Mr. Useless Facts. Biff Poggi was in, and I'm not sure the exact story. Somehow he became like this mega multimillionaire through tech or whatever he was in. Sold his company for a ton of money, and then decided to start coaching a local high school football team, a Catholic school or something like that. And that was ironic because if you heard College Game Day, Nick Saban basically saying, "Oh well, you just paid all your players. You didn't actually coach. You were the CEO, and you just paid all your players in high school." And Biff Poggi. Yeah, Biff Poggi came back and said, "Well, you were doing it at Alabama. That's who I learned from."
Can we find that?
Try to find that clip, Mike, on College Game Day. It was really interesting. But so then he came and then he started coaching at Michigan, and then he became the head coach at UNC Charlotte, and then he's back at Michigan after he got fired from there. So he's a guy that needs no money. He just wanted to coach and loved coaching, and all of a sudden, it was ironic. It seemed a little confrontational between him and Saban. It was very unique to hear those two conversation between the two.
Interesting,
but not a bad guy. He already was a head coach and probably a good guy to have on the sidelines with Sherrone Moore. Okay.
Oh, and I got it.
Yeah,
one moment.
We'll edit all this out.
Here we go.
Yeah. You ready?
Yep.
St. Francis. I never saw you coach it down. You were the owner. You were Jerry Jones. You paid the players and all that. You did the payroll. Are you using the same philosophy at Michigan now?
Yeah, and I learned all that from you. So,
Yeah.
That was a little friendlier back and forth than I thought it was going to be. I thought you.
Yeah.
Well, you teed that up. That was going to be a pretty contentious moment.
No, but it's still.
Here at UFP, we've got fact checkers galore. I've got people in this corner and that corner. And every time they tell me to fact check something, I go, one moment while I look through my orange-colored glasses once again to find the fact checking. Oh, Jimmy has decided to... Did you find yours, Jim?
There we go.
Oh, God.
UFP.
Yeah. We'll sign those for you guys if you guys want them. And the game of the week, by the way.
Yeah, we're signing now.
If you like us and follow us, we'll make you one. So make sure you like us and follow us.
The big game of the week, by the way.
You can even downvote us.
Western
if you
Michigan
want,
beating Toledo in the last minute of the game.
Yep.
They were down 13 to 12.
Really?
They scored the touchdown to get down 1 point, and instead of kicking the field goal to go to overtime, they went for 2 and won it. And it's the first time in a while that we've beaten Toledo. And Toledo was
that was at City Bowl?
That was at Waldo Stadium this year. Yeah,
it was.
So glad to see Western finally getting off the snide, 1-3 for the year. So good to see them finally get a victory.
Well, speaking of the MAC conference with our friends in Toledo and Western Central, Bowling Green State University, who of course is being now coached by Eddie George, got blown out by Louisville yesterday, 40-17. So they dropped to 2-2. But Eddie George seems to have had a pretty good debut there at Bowling Green State University, where the stadium is literally right off of I-75. It's pretty cool to run by there at night and be able to see the game.
Have you
live and in action? Of course,
have you seen Pudge?
Good old
Eddie George. What, Mark?
Nemesis was Tim Biakabatuka.
Yeah.
So
that
Pudge the
game was
cat.
at Louisville. So anyways,
Pudge the cat
is
the Bowling Green's unofficial mascot. It is a 3-year-old cat that they now have living in the locker room that the team has basically taken on as the unofficial mascot, and they take care of them.
They have a cat in the locker room. What about people like me that are allergic to cats? For crying out loud.
That's the funny thing too is Eddie George apparently is allergic to cats too, but apparently he
is he really?
So here's Pudge the cat.
Yeah, boy.
When you see him here.
Oh, we've got video. Oh, would you look at that?
Oh,
man! I mean, he almost looks like
a cat. That's a lion.
He does look like a lion. Yeah, he does look like
Pudge.
a lion. Reminiscent of the Browns mascot, the Bulldog.
So kind of funny that
DAWG.
he's it's one of those stupid little things I love about college football. You see the different stories, you see the different things coming up there, and it's kind of unique to kind of see some of that that through as well.
Central played Wagner. Who is Wagner?
Wasn't he on
Jeez.
I think
Is
Wagner
that a
was
MAC
on
team?
the General Hospital, wasn't he, for a while? Didn't he sing in the 80s as well?
They're in the
Oh Jesus!
Wagner is in the
road.
is in the Northeast Conference. I'm not sure I've ever heard of them before. They are standing at a whopping 0-4, and no wonder.
Miller, do you
No,
watch
not
General
yours.
Hospital?
We've gone off the rails again. Here we go.
Yeah, thank you. All right.
Hey, listen, you want to talk about a dark horse in the MAC, though? Okay, because I don't think we talked about Ohio State and Ohio last week.
Good.
Maybe we did. Ohio U, the Bobcats, who are now 2-2, beat up on G-Web, the Bulldogs of Gardner-Webb. I've never heard of them before either. Some of these teams that I've never heard of. But anyways, 52-35. Ohio, I mean, dude, so they went, let's see. They lost to Ohio State 37-9. Lost to Rutgers 34-31. They beat West Virginia 17-10, and now, of course, they beat Gardner-Webb 52-35. So they're actually scoring support. They're hanging in there. So they almost beat Rutgers. I'm not saying they almost beat Ohio State, but it was 13-9 with about 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Ohio State scored in the next 4 possessions. But you got a MAC team like that, the Ohio University Bobcats. They're in Athens, Ohio, which, Miller, I believe you've been to their campus. Yes? No? Maybe so? It's apparently one of the best party campuses, college towns in America, from what I've heard. And we've lost Miller again.
Miller's partying.
He needs to go to Comcast or Xfinity and say, do a test on my Wi-Fi, because this is unacceptable.
I mean,
can't believe that he's been off the air this many times already.
It's our IT guy.
The only thing
What's going on here?
He's apparently still there, but it just has he's coming back. He's coming back. Here we go.
Who ends Mark with a C?
Jiminy. Oh, well, listen, it's always been that way. That's S. Mark Miller, as we like to call him.
What is wrong with my camera?
Giving him a hard time.
Okay, you want to see something really cool?
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, watch this. Oh, no, it's not available. Dang it.
What do you mean?
Well, I had the...
oh, you got me excited.
Cypress Hill. Cypress Hill was actually playing a live concert recently. But we're going to go to... This is okay. Now hold on. I got to share my screen again. We are going to go to the debut of the Transformers in 1983. This is the debut of the Transformers. Are you ready?
Gets Mike
Can you
fired
see it?
up.
Oh yeah, you can see it. Okay, good.
Yep.
Ding, ding, ding. Oh no, where's the sound?
I need sound.
Oh jeez, I don't understand what's going on with it. We're having serious technical difficulties all day here at the... Oh, there it is. I know why. Yes. The Decepticons. September 17th.
That's pretty cool.
Optimus Prime.
Time to go to school, right?
Yes.
Right after. Yeah.
So that was September 17th, 1984. That is hard to believe. I remember that. I was living in Cleveland at the time. I became obsessed with the Transformers and the Decepticons and Optimus Prime, which of course, okay, so a little bit, well, listen, this is why there's a background when the Transformers live action movie came out. And they got Peter Cullen, who was the voice of Optimus Prime. When they announced that he was going to be the voice on the real movie, dude, they knew exactly to go after every middle-aged man in America that watched Transformers when they were kids. It was either Transformers, G.I. Joe, Miller's Back, Knight Rider.
For all you guys out there that want to see Mike fired up, bring up Transformers or G.I.
Or Voltron, Defender of the Universe.
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun.
Lubricating on my feet.
I'm trying to remember what one it was. Where they all connected.
Easy, Ironhide.
Voltron.
Oh, Voltron.
My bad.
Where'd you go?
Yeah.
Voltron, Defender of the Universe.
Gotta go potty.
That was the same.
Go to potty.
Hey, you want to listen? Do you want to know a little bit of useless facts? So Peter Cullen, the voice of Optimus Prime, who's one of my heroes, of course, a fictitious character. I don't know why, but nonetheless, outside of Bernie Kosar, he was also the voice. Yeah, Peter Cullen was the voiceover for the intros on Voltron. So if you look it up, it's the introductions of Voltron when he says, Voltron, Defender of the Universe. That's him. It's the same voice as Optimus Prime. And he was also the king that was in that movie, too. So There's a little bit of useless
I
facts,
appreciate-
Miller.
I-
Update your Wi-Fi. Call
I
Xfinity tomorrow.
I appreciate the useless facts.
Go ahead. What else did you have for
James,
us?
Go ahead. So
I gotta give my older brother a little props here, dude. Your voice is awesome. Seriously,
Wait a minute. Okay, I'm going to do one last. Miller, you can
it's awesome.
you can edit all this crap
keeping
out.
all
But
this.
hold on
No,
a second.
it's
Hold on.
Sweet. It's sweet.
So I have to share this. I
Yeah,
have to
go
share
ahead.
this. Okay, we're
There
going to
you
do
go.
this for 1 minute and 26 seconds. We're just going to all revel.
Defender of the universe.
all right. We're gonna have to
Got the
have
glasses on again.
Man, I'm so fired up. I put my damn glasses
we're gonna
back
keep this
on.
segment, and we're gonna put it out as a clip only because I'm gonna have people comment on their favorite cartoons growing up when it comes to that. Because to me,
Oh, that's a great idea.
GI Joe,
That's a good
GI
idea.
Joe was clearly for me. I
Voltron.
love GI Joe. That was my favorite.
Oh, I love G.I. Joe too. Oh yeah, Hawk,
Yeah.
Lady Jane,
Mm-hmm.
Snake Eyes.
Oh, yeah.
All those guys. Yes.
Yeah, that was my
What?
favorite thing.
Power
You're
Rangers.
younger, yeah.
Yeah, you didn't like that one.
Power Rangers?
That was beyond our time. Yeah.
They're okay.
Yeah.
That being,
Danny
speaking
liked
of a
those.
fired up Mike,
Bobby did, too.
then let's get
Go
his
ahead, Mark.
glasses back on because it's that time again. And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not just
Here we
time to
go.
go to the bathroom as we
Oh.
normally have it, but let's just get those glasses on and get everybody ready.
It's time for everyone's favorite segment, Mike's Rant of the Week. And now, here is Mike with his rant.
So after last week, we went on a little bit of more of a somber tone / public message for all of our fellow human beings. This week, I'm going to yell at all these people that put out Christmas decorations in stinking August. I went to Costco 2 weeks ago. It was probably Labor Day. And what's the first holiday that's arriving? What's
Halloween,
first?
yeah.
Halloween.
Is it Labor Day yet? Or when is Arbor Day?
Yeah, it's obviously Labor Day was there. Halloween comes before Christmas. Why do we have Christmas? There's Christmas decorations in the stores right now. Why do we have to have Christmas? Okay, so my rule, everybody else can have their own opinion, for crying out loud. I don't care, whatever. My rule is Thanksgiving. I allow this home to start putting Christmas music on Thanksgiving. We put the Christmas decorations out the day after Thanksgiving on Black Friday. Our good friend, my esteemed colleague, Mr. Sean Beamish, comes in from Canada. He brings a little bit of Canadian flair, and he helps us put our decorations up. Then, of course, Michigan, Ohio State's the next day. Anyways, back to my original point. I do not want to walk around Labor Day weekend and see Christmas stuff in a store. Why are we? So that's going to make it basically 6 months of Christmas. You're completely watering it down. Actually, I think there was Halloween stuff on the 4th of July at some of these stores too. It's like it's a money grab. We need to unite as Americans and go to these retailers and say, stop, enough. We are only going to have holidays within 30 days of that holiday. So if that is the parameter, then we can have Halloween stuff coming out next week, October 1st. And then we can have Christmas stuff coming out the day after Thanksgiving. No more Christmas decorations this early. I'm tired of it. And 100.3, don't play your Christmas music the day after Thanksgiving either, because they're going to. I'm going to have another rant about that day too.
Well-
so there you go. No Christmas decorations this early. So we can put up a poll, because I'm sure I'm going to get lambasted for this, because the Christmas lovers they're going to come up. But it's so wonderful to have Christmas this early. We can play Christmas music and it's going to make me feel super special. Christmas should be special for 30 days. That's about it. No more. You guys got me fired up. My orange-colored glasses.
Spot on,
I was in
dude.
such a great mood about my Browns victory. So then
Spot
we
on.
went to this.
I agree
Yeah.
with you on that.
So Miller, you're tasked with
Man.
putting up. Miller,
Yeah,
that's
we're
your
cracking
task.
up here.
It's going to be a UFP
When
poll
should they
this
go
week. When should Christmas decorations go up in retail stores? You got these other idiots in certain neighborhoods that start putting stuff up in November.
You know,
too,
we were
nonetheless.
talking today because Charlotte wanted me to get all the Halloween stuff up from the crawl space. So I forgot to get a chance. I didn't get a chance to do that today.
We're close.
Right.
Got
yeah.
9 days.
It was the work. You know, the worst part about putting Christmas or Halloween decorations up so early is that you still have to cut the grass once or twice more. So then you got to either take everything down or
That's true.
weed whip around it. Yeah.
This year.
It's ridiculous. So yeah, but by the way, you asked what holiday is next, and according to timeanddate.com, the next holiday is going to be tomorrow, and it's National Hobbit Day, and then Tuesday is National Checkers Day. Wednesday, this is Mike's Day, is National Punctuation Day. Friday is
On Tuesday?
Wednesday is punctuation day.
I'll give you a punctuation day.
You have to do a podcast.
Friday is love note day. Saturday we're gonna have to do this one is crush a can day. Sunday is ask a stupid question day.
Oh, that's the UF.
That's definitely us.
Yeah.
There's some good ones here. International Skeptics Day. Wear something gaudy day. International Sloth Day. That's my spirit animal. Howl at the Moon Day and Night. American Beer Day. Candy Corn Day.
Dude,
Live.
what are you Googling?
I just typed in random
knows?
holidays.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
No,
useless
there's
holidays.
a random.
Live update from New York. 6-0 in another barn-burning game, just like the Pack and Browns.
In true Mark Miller fashion, Friday, December 12th this year is official lost and found.
So Jimmy and I were texting during the Browns game today, back and forth, different stats, getting excited, this, that, and everything else. And I said to myself, "Where's Miller?" So I text both of you, and I said, "Miller is sleeping." Well, I was spot on. Miller was taking himself a power nap. Excellent work, Miller. There's nothing better than a
It's a nice Sunday afternoon. There was no yard work needed to be done. I took a nap. There was no Lions game.
Glad you're safe.
We're going to have to be up late tomorrow night anyhow. So we need to take a nap. I need to take a nap.
I'm sure you're probably gonna edit out the milking the prostate, but
yeah, that's oh boy.
We might want to edit that out. I was just trying to kill some time when you were trying to get your video going, but I didn't know how you would feel about that one.
We'll figure it out.
Nonetheless.
So,
yeah.
All right.
We didn't have quite the...
No, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Mark. I was going to say, we haven't had quite the interruptions like we did. Was that like week 17 or 18, I think? Holy mackerel. We went off the rails.
Oh, we had nothing to talk about. We were there for an hour and a half. I got
knocked off, and you... Yeah. Well, this is usually what happens. Yeah, it's only going to be about a half-hour show, and hour and 28 minutes later. No, we didn't say that tonight. Yeah. I knew we were going to go long tonight because we had a lot to talk about with the Browns. Hey, we didn't even talk about the Lions game tomorrow night, which we didn't really even do a preview.
Nothing to talk about.
Let that speak for itself.
Nothing to talk about.
Marcus Davenport out.
Let's go. One game at a time.
That's all you need to know. That's the annoying part.
Yeah,
well,
he's fine.
I will say something that I said earlier in the podcast. If the Lions front office should be paying attention to anything, if they are watching and if they are that concerned about the Green Bay Packers, they should watch that. I'm sure they did. I'm stating the obvious.
They are.
That they watched that line or
don't want to admit it.
The Browns game today. To slow down the Packers, you put pressure on Jordan Love. And that is exactly, Mason Graham, the rookie from Michigan, who was a defensive tackle for the Browns, did the same thing. Dude, they were all over that kid all day long. That's how you slow down the Packers. That is the recipe for slowing them down. And if the Lions want to if they want to catch the Packers, because as far as I'm concerned right now, they are behind the Packers in the division. That is very evident the first 3 weeks of the season. We'll see how the Lions play tomorrow night. Dan Campbell was quoted this week as saying, "We haven't forgot the 2023 blowout loss to the Ravens in Baltimore." I hope they plaster that all over every single thing in their locker room. I hope they're constantly thinking about that because that was an embarrassing game. Now, the Lions came back and obviously went to the NFC title game that year, so they recovered from it. But I do think that professional football players and any professional athlete, for that matter, remembers these types of games. I hope they do because it should be bulletin board material. It should be motivation for them. They should come out on all cylinders tomorrow night. And what I expect out of them is what they got in Kansas City on opening day last year. Or I'm sorry, that would have been 2023 when they went into Kansas City. Yeah, I think that's the kind of performance you're going to see tomorrow night. I do have enough faith in Dan Campbell. I think that he's going to motivate them and say, we're going to go out and we're going to show everyone that we are still here. And, oh, yeah, by the way, not only are we still here, we're going to be the favorites. So I don't know where I came up with that rant.
Holmes, pick up the phone and make a phone call.
Yeah,
you know what scares me about tomorrow night? The one thing that scares me about tomorrow night is I think the Lions secondary is pretty darn good. We've seen that. And this is what hurt them against the Packers without getting a pass rush. So what happens is you're getting a great push. You're getting you're getting great defensive backfield is covering well. The quarterback has nowhere to throw, but unfortunately, because you don't have as much of a pass rush, it's giving him time. And what's going to happen with Lamar if you give him too much time? He's going to run it. And that's what scares me about tomorrow night more than anything.
Yeah. So the one thing that happened today, for all how well that the Browns did in terms of containment on Jordan Love, there were 2 or 3 plays where Jordan Love was able to do play action and get outside the pocket, and he scrambled for 12, 15, 18 yards. So what was happening was one of the defensive ends, number 57, Isaiah McGuire, 2, 3, 4 plays, he was not playing containment. He got juked on the play action, and Jordan Love just scooted out. His main job, and Daryl Johnston, the Moose, kept saying this. He's like, I don't understand what Isaiah McGuire is doing. He's done this 3 or 4 times. He needs to stay in containment. So again, I guess if you look at the Lions, even Hutch for that matter, right? Hutch likes to go in, do a spin move, come in. That's what happened in week 1, overplaying. Granted, Hutch's first game back from being a year off, say what you want. But again, I think these guys clearly watched tape enough that they're going to be able to see this. But hearkening back one last time to my whole point tonight, pass rush, pass rush, pass rush.
Yeah.
So let's see what they do tomorrow night. I'm pretty excited, even though I got a 7 a.m. flight on Tuesday.
So, all right. So
let's go.
LFG, what plans you guys got this week?
Go ahead, Jim. Tomorrow. That's about it.
I got nothing.
I got nothing. Here we go.
Rebecca and I are flying to Florida.
Yeah, you guys are going to Florida
on Tuesday morning. This is our This is our annual. So a quick explanation as to why we're there, because this is actually a company trip. This is our annual trip for dealers that attend our trade shows. So to make a really long story short, when they come to our tour. It's a factory tour. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now, when they come to our trade shows, it's based off manufacturers. We have 20 or 21 different sponsors. They call gold sponsors. Dealers come to the shows. They place their orders, their spring orders, depending on the size of the order. Qualifications, they get so many chances at these trips that we take them on. I believe this is nationwide. This is a combination between marine and RV. I think there's 210 people going total. So these are, I don't want to call it a customer appreciation trip because it's not like we hand select these things. This is truly luck of the draw. Their name gets pulled out of a hat. It is a customer appreciation, but the more you buy, the more you participate, the more you engage with these manufacturers in terms of orders, the better chance you have at going to, this is Clearwater Beach, Florida, with us this year. So we're staying at the Hyatt Grand, I think, right on the beach. So
Jimmy, we're going next year.
We're actually going a day early. Yeah, you guys.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna bring my microphone. I'm gonna have
a roll of shrink wrap.
Yeah, there you go. I'll take my mic. I got my laptop. I'll have my handy dandy headphones. So if we want to try and do a podcast, let's see. The Lions are playing tomorrow night. Maybe. Yeah, we'll figure something out. We were going to do Tuesday this past week. As we've said multiple times here, we all have full-time jobs. So sometimes those full-time jobs always get in the way of having our little fun podcast. And by the time we roll around to the evening, we're all like, oh my word, I'm dead. And I woke up Friday and I said, I think we were going to do a podcast last night.
Absolutely.
I digress.
Funny thing is, it's like once you get on, this is fun.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you start feeding off each other.
Yeah.
Slap Miller around.
You got to get on.
Roundhouse you.
You know what, Mike, just for that.
All right, Miller, you're up.
Yes.
It's raining.
Go outside, nerd.
Get out. Go. I ain't got time to be distracted by your worthless chime-ins.
All right. So my week this week, I have to go to the west side of the state for a couple of days, going to Muskegon. I'm going to Big Rapids, to Ferris State, and Grand Rapids as well. Go see some of my schools out there. Beginning the school year is crazy busy for me. Try to get everything done and trying to go from there. That being said, obviously we're still going to try to get everything out for you guys, everything we need there. So, one thing we can always say, we always try to get you guys to do, please make sure you you follow us, you pass the information on to all your friends, everything else there. We want to make sure getting out as much information as possible. And once again, I want to say thanks again to our friend Bob last week. And everything for last week. Yeah.
Go Buck.
Appreciate him. Yeah, appreciate him being on. And think again, episode 22. Made it this far. Let's get to 30-year-olds here soon.
Let's get to Jordan.
23 next week.
Let's go.
All right.
Next week.
Last words, guys.
Okay.
What do you got?
I guess.
No, have a great week, everybody. Like Mark says, like us, follow us. If you don't like us, that's okay too. We take feedback, constructive criticism, whatever it might be. But yeah, make sure you're following us and tell us about us to your friends, your neighbors, comrades, whoever.
Absolutely.
guys. We really do appreciate
Thanks
it.
so much,
Thank
guys,
you.
and we will see you next week.
Tomorrow's Monday. Make the best of it.